Hello everyone, my name is Kenneth, and today I will be talking about more Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Last time we left off when Robert and his friend Mike found or made his company of the comic books. So, first of all, let's get into the book. Okay, so there's this question. Is there a business opportunity staring right at you? There's always opportunities of business, but sometimes people don't see it. Maybe you have like a bunch of books that you don't need anymore, or don't read. You can be selling them. Maybe you have a lot of collectible cards. You can sell them at like a shop, things like that. There's many opportunities, but people don't really see it. And yeah, okay. So Chapter 5, create money. So you may ask, where does money come from? Money comes from the print, the mint. It's printed. That's where money comes from. Yeah, but you make, well, like, it may be made there, but you make money, not literally, by like working, starting a business, things like that. So once you make a lot of money, you don't want to spend it like a Dumbo. Like, this nice car. I'm rich, I can just afford it. Yeah. Oh no, my phone died. Well, I'm gonna get a new one. Things like that. Those are like people who waste a lot of money. So yeah, it sounds like a dumb question. People might take it literally. But like in other terms, basically, you make money. It's by like money comes from you making money. That's where you get your money. Yeah. So there's types of incomes. So there's one of them is, I think, passive income, right?
Well, yeah.
The other one is like paycheck to paycheck type of work income. And the third one, I totally forgot. Yeah. So the paycheck to paycheck is ordinary income. Then there's passive income. Then there's portfolio income. So I mostly read into passive income and paycheck to paycheck because, of course, it was like the most popular one. But there's portfolio income. So portfolio income is like when you have like money invested in like paper assets. Oh yeah. So basically, portfolio income is like stocks, bonds. You get your money from like stocks. If you play stocks well, you make a lot of money. People get rich, kind of like that, if they play stocks well. This guy Pham, he says he's from the future. He knows everything how the stock is gonna play. So basically, he played the stock so well he got rich. Then he got arrested for playing the stock market too well. Claimed from the future, and no one ever found him again. So you can also get arrested for playing the stock market too well, which is kind of dumb. It's not their fault that they're too good. I think it kind of is. So that's portfolio income. So so there's a Rich Dad Q&A. So Robert was asked, what is the best type of income? Well, the best type of income depends on the person of how they view which is the best. Like, people view success differently. Some people view success as easy work, make money, don't need to work at all. Some people's success is rich. Some people's success is not working, but still like retirement kind of money, welfare. So I think he says that the best one, and I think the best one is probably portfolio and passive. Of course, everyone goes by the ordinary income. It's not the best way. You're working your butt off, you get paid a few grand, making like 50 grand a year, things like that. So there's one thing that you need, like a few things you need to remember, but Robert says this is one thing you should remember, or what his rich dad said. So you have to know the difference between assets and liabilities. We have liabilities here. They are clearly a handicapped individual. We cannot hurt them, or it would be a hate crime. So, it's like rich dad's like, oh, that's that simple. And then Mike and Robert's like, if it's so simple, why is everybody not rich? Rich dad replied, because people do not know the difference between an asset and liability. So when I first heard of liability, I feel like it's like disadvantage. That's what I thought it means, right? Is that kind of correct? Yeah. So assets put money in your pocket. It's like, I think since it's profits, liabilities is like loses profit, and it's like kind of not worth. Kind of hard to word that out. But anyways,
liabilities, debts.
Yeah, debt.
Bad debts.
Yeah, same thing. Like maybe when you buy like a huge flat screen TV, versus actually buying something that will save you money, and you can also earn money off that thing. So there's something called Bitcoin. Well, one of my Boy Scout counselors, he noticed Bitcoin when they were like 10 cents and stuff, like really cheap, and he could have played around with it and bought a bunch of Bitcoin, but he decided not to because people make mistakes. Because people think it's worthless. And then that's when Bitcoin is huge. The idea of Bitcoin is kind of dumb. I don't know how you get Bitcoin. Like, I don't know how they get the actual coin. But, so, that's an asset because it will grow in value. Well, things like...
if they don't lose money.
Yeah. So, like, some example of liabilities is like doodads. You buy a car. When you instantly sit in there, it already starts losing value. Like, you drive it only like an inch, it loses value. It's because worn down by like a little bit. And it technically is used because you sit in there and drive it. But it's practically new. But, so this is liabilities. Buying your game, like, all this miscellaneous stuff, because keep buying and buying soon put you into debt with a credit card. Exactly. So another asset is maybe like a Pokemon card, a very valuable Pokemon card. You sell it. Maybe you buy like a $4 Pokemon pack. You get a card. Then you wait, and then now it's worth like $100-something. Okay. So, okay, this is what it says. Here's the catch. While you might consider everything of value in your room as an asset, because you can sell it for decent money on eBay, well, it's not really an asset to a soul. Like, some things is kind of an asset. You can buy this for $1, but sometimes it loses value again. So if you sell this, it's like, you have to say it's used, it's only worth like 75 cents. So basically, everything can be an asset if you sell it. It might not worth that much, but you can still get a lot of money. On eBay, Craigslist is a good way to sell them. Amazon, not really, yeah, because most sellers are in bulk. So let's see. In a way, it's like, whoa. So basically, I can sell this for like $1. Yes, you can, but it's technically not an asset until you sell it. You know, not a lot of people will sell a used pencil or buy a used pencil. Okay, so now let's talk about liabilities. We already talked about things that like put you in debt. It's basically the opposite of assets. If they take money out of the pocket, you basically spending. Yeah, keep going like that. So asset or liability. So this is in here. It says Poor Dad says our home is our largest investment and our greatest asset. most people, because it's like huge, like it costs a lot of money to get. In some people's eyes, it maybe is. Rich Dad says, "My house is a liability, and if your house is the largest investment, you're in trouble. Because if it's just a house, it costs a lot of money. You have to pay a loan. Now you're in debt. You have to slowly pay it off. That's a liability. It's not a really good investment if you buy a house. You borrow like a big loan, then it takes you like 15 years to pay off the debt. Yeah, if your house is a big investment, you're in trouble. There's many things that are your big investment. Maybe your business. But if your house, basically a house is just somewhere you can live in. Okay. Yeah, a house can be an asset and a liability. Like if you're in real estate, yeah, a house can be an asset. You basically buy
anything that make you money,
yeah,
an asset. Anything that take away your money is a
so
liability.
I talked about real estate in different books. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. So let's recap on that. Things can be assets, anything that can make you money, basically. What my mom said, the camera woman. Liabilities, like your iPhone. You don't like. Okay,
they get away. Can you move to the next topic about no more assets and liability?
Okay. So, let's say your parents buy a house. The house is in good condition, and when you buy it loses value. It says right here. Okay, so you go in your room. There's computers, phones. All of those are doodads. That's what it says. That's what he calls them because he put you into debt, and they have no value. Well, it has value, but like it decreases in value right away. So in the casual game, if you play it, you will notice doodads. Doodads are like if you get the card, it's a bad thing. You spend money on useless miscellaneous things. So the doodad includes iPhone, the miscellaneous things. I don't need to explain that. So this is what people do. This is why people are stuck in their class. Because they earn like $2,000 in 2 weeks, right? Next thing they know, they're like paying for a $2,000 computer. That paycheck is already gone. See, they get the money, they spend it, they get more money, they spend it. Keeps going like that. Rich people get richer. They know how to manage their money, unless you're like stupid rich. But they know how to manage their money. They keep getting money, but they spend very little. Unless they spend a lot, but not compared to how much they're getting. Cheapskates, however, this is a different story. Okay.
They don't spend it all.
Okay, so this is some, any kid will have the wrong mindset. Like, if they have $100, what should I spend it on? Yes, they will these are the people who would overspend on doodads, things like that. Ask your parents. They will hey, I'm not gonna buy you things. Okay, so it's all about the cash flow. So let's say you have a good business, keep going. So that's a kind of cash flow, passive income. Passive income is when you do a little work and money keeps flowing in. Average income is basically you work, you get paid, you spend the money, you work again. It's like a cycle. And the portfolio is like stocks. You earn money from stocks. So there's two parts in cash flow. There's an income statement and a balance sheet. So an income statement is so basically income statement is it's also called the profit and loss. I keep forgetting what the income statement is?
Gain and loss.
Yeah, the profit and loss.
Mm-hmm.
So running a company, you have to spend money, but then there's a problem with your company when you're spending more money on the stuff than what you're actually selling. Because people, they can sell tiny little stuff like keychains and things like that, whistles, but they make a lot of money because they have more profit than their losses. Then there's the balance sheet, which just shows the like relationship between assets and liabilities. So like the pattern of money is cash flow. Cash flows into your bank account, checking account, things like that. Okay. So this is like the chart. I don't think you can see it. But anyways, it's income statement. The balance sheet, assets, liabilities, income statement, income, expenses. This is what you want to do if you're like running a business. So expenses, write down all the things, how much it will cost for you to do. Like, let's say you're running a business, you're gonna have to like write down how much it will. In expenses, is like how much for like any business, like expenses, like if you were like running a store, like how much it will cost to buy those products, how much to like keep your business running, and income is how much sales you're getting. So your income should be more than your expenses. Balance sheet, you should write down your assets, what you have, your liabilities. Just keep your things more organized so there's an equal balance. But it's not really equal because assets should be more than liabilities. So there's the cash flow pattern of asset. So basically, assets should be coming into your income. Liabilities are going to expenses. It's like that. They're both connected. If you have assets, let's say you have a company selling like life-saving stuff, camping stuff. So those are assets. You sell them, it goes right into your income. So basically this is the cash flow pattern of someone who's rich. They basically have no expensive. They make it a lot of money. A poor person, they have equal amount of liabilities and income. So, not poor, but like the average person. Okay, is it possible to have money and still be poor? That's what they asked Robert. And he says, yep. But it this kind of doesn't make sense. It's kind of a contradiction. He answers, but it can happen. The amount of earned income is not directly proportional to your total wealth. So, let's say someone has a lot of money, right? But the income is very low. I think that technically is, or they have a high-paid job, but they have little money. That's technically poor. You may think, oh my gosh, I'm making so much money, I'm gonna be rich. But then you look at your bank account and like, $0. You're technically poor. Because, okay, his poor dad, he had a good job. He's making a lot of money. He has a decent salary. But he never broke his poor dad habits. He never had the right mindset as rich dad. So, yeah, Mike's dad might have earned the same amount of money or even less money than his actual dad, but he had the right mindset and he invested it well. Yeah, he was working at a sugar plantation, which kind of seems poor to work at, but he had the right mindset, and now, he had owned a few businesses. Now he's rich. He's probably dead by now. So this is poor dad's financial statement. So job, income goes down to expensive, and woo. Yeah, that's why it's explained. Yep, they get a job, they make money, they get the income, yep, they spend it. And yeah, so a lot of people spend things on phones.
Money come in, money going out.
Yeah. But it's kind of a good thing that not everyone is rich, because not everyone has the right mindset. But if everyone's rich, of course, value of money will go down. Now, the rich people were technically poor, and now they have to get back up there. Some countries, their value of money is really low. $1 million $1 million something equals to $1 US. Okay. So poor dad's income and expenses are equal. He spends as much as he brings in. He has a lot of liabilities, like house. Especially if you don't have enough money, you know you don't have enough money. And then you buy a giant house. A car, student loans, etc. So student loans are pain. If you go to the graduation, you'll be like, well, time for student loans. Better get working. People still had to pay. Like, let's say you're like 30, like a well-off way from college, 30 something. Some people are still paying off student loans. That's how hard it is. So I know a few dentists. They said that the student loans are like hard, like a lot of money. That's a liability because you're in debt. Okay, let's stop talking about that. So create your own financial statement. So your turn using the same 4 boxes. Just basically put down what you're doing. If you're kind of the same. So you want to put down like liabilities, like how much money you're spending on food, clothing, sports items, transportation, entertainment, drugstore items, all those expenses, and see how much you spend compared to your income. If it's more than your income, there's a problem. I mean, like like between each paycheck, I think that says. Yeah, to see how much money are you actually making a little bit of profit. Let's say you're a doctor, but people think you're like rich or something, but you're technically not rich if you have a lot of liabilities. No. So, where does your money go? So you buy something, it keeps getting cycle, until the money gets worn out, and then they have to burn it. It gets expired. Okay, so where are you financially? So it depends. Like, some people think that they're financially free, depending on them. Most people will say that they're financially well if they're rich. People are like, oh, I want to be rich when I grow up. Well, they don't really know how. So if I was, I am financially okay for a kid, an average above, I don't know, but because like I have wallet money, I don't even know how I get my money. I just randomly get it, maybe from Chinese New Year. I don't know. So
you make more money on your birthday.
Yeah, I make a lot of money on my birthday.
It's coming.
Yeah. So basically, it's kind of good that I'm making money each year. I think like $200 each year because of Chinese New Year and my birthday. I rarely spend my money unless I'm going to like Disneyland. And I only spend money if it's not my money. I was like, because people, they're like, hey, it's not my money. Just spend it all. Because it's like, it's not yours. So mind your own business. We truly, like, people, now you know what's the difference between asset and liability. I've been talking about that for like a long time. So once a dollar goes into your asset column, think of it like this way. That dollar is your employee. The money should work for you. Not literally, but like, because it's impossible. But, you know, yeah. Then you'll be like, if the money works for you, now you're on your way to financial freedom. Okay. So where did I leave? So I left off there. Where did I read to? I'm pretty close. Okay. So we're almost there to where I left off. Okay. So there's some games to learn. I talked about cash flow. You know, like, so Poor Dad, it says study to learn. Rich Dad, play games to learn. Okay, play game, it depends on what games. You be like, parents be like, games? That's not helping my kids learn. But it depends on the game. Games have their negatives and positives. If there's like money games, it makes it easy to learn. And like, it's more interactive for kids. If you just make your kid just go sit down, read a book, they can't really process it and they can't really use it. If they make them play games like Cash Flow or games online that will help them with money, then they'll actually use it and now they understand it. Yep, I told you about my Cash Flow. I was actually pretty good at that game.
We should play again.
Yeah. So I was like, I pulled a house. I had a good deal. I couldn't afford it because I was a teacher. My brother was a lawyer. He was making the most money out of all of us.
That was funny.
My mom was, what was her job again? Plumber or something like that. That was sad. But then I sold my house to my brother, and he went bankrupt and lost the game. Apparently, I was an auditor, but I didn't tell him that, so it's really my fault. But it doesn't matter. He's bankrupt now.
So what's the lesson learned there?
A lesson learned that mind my own business and I don't care about others.
The lesson learned is that it doesn't matter how much money you make, right?
It doesn't matter how much money you make.
You can go bankrupt.
Yeah, you can still go bankrupt. Donald Trump
financial.
went bankrupt multiple times. He was like, no, I didn't. He's like, you didn't go bankrupt once, twice, but 3 times.
Yeah, just like your brother's a lawyer, you're a teacher. Somehow you become more rich and he bankrupt.
Yeah, I sold my house for $150. Or my deal for $150, and I gained $150 profit. So now there's also Rich Kid, Smart Kid. So he developed a website to help little kids learn. Yep, Rich Kid, Smart Kid, from my brother's book. So one of the games called is Jesse's Ice Cream Stand. The goal is to help Jesse make a profit in ice cream. Like what flavors you add, which things like expenses, and like if you think it's a hit. If I kind of want to play that game right now. Not right now. It's kind of late.
I could eat that game.
And also Reno's debt. You have to help him, like get Reno to play a game called the Cheese Run. He's basically in the rat race, and you have to try to get him out of there. Things like that. So the third game website is Amy's Dream. It's about giving money to charity. And the best way to do this is pay yourself first, then give a little bit to the charity. Bill Gates, I don't even know where he gets his money. He's retired. He's not working. But apparently he's still getting money. I don't know.
Fundraising. Mm-hmm.
Fundraising, yeah.
Non-profits. That's a way how people make money. That's another flow.
Ooh. And yeah. So that's all for this time. I hope you enjoyed this video on Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Hopefully you can play those cash flow games. Cash flow is $50.
Why do you tell them how they go down to the link and order the book through that link so you can pay?
So you can go to
your link below.
You can go to the link below, and you can go buy the game there.
Buy the book. This book.
Yeah, you can buy the book
so you can get paid.
You can get the book, and I will get paid. Yeah.